What's this?
From your dad.
Do whatever it takes to get Ava convicted.
Ava's trial is the last place I should be. They're going to win. I guarantee it.
You will not be Aurora's CEO for much longer.
There's no way that I'm gonna hand him over to Drew.
General Hospital latest update. Cyrus frightens Lulu with sinister schemes while she plots a daring escape. Ava's trial heats up with shocking testimony as Trina faces tough questions. Michael plots revenge against Drew, sparking Aurora chaos, while Jason and Dante grapple with custody battles. Meanwhile, Sasha's secret pregnancy looms, adding layers to the chaos. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital. Cyrus gets creepy with Lulu, Ava's trial heats up, Trina's tight spot. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 25th, reveal that Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, will make another pitch to Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, about running Aurora. Drew will insist that Michael is the future, not Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner. Of course, Michael has secretly been plotting to push Drew out of Aurora for good, which is why he turned to Curtis for help. Although Curtis didn't want to get caught up in a scheme driven by revenge, Michael is convinced that Curtis is going to see Drew's true colors for himself soon. On Monday's General Hospital episode, Curtis will confide in Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, and perhaps admit he's worried Michael may be right. If teaming up with Michael is Curtis' only chance to be Aurora's permanent CEO, should Curtis indeed join forces with him? While Curtis opens up to Jordan and swears her to secrecy, Ava Jerome's, Maura West, trial will come with some twists and turns. Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, will make a prediction to Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, about what she feels is the only way they can for sure get Ava convicted. However, Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, will come out swinging with a powerful opening statement and a promise to the jury. When this trial is over, Rick will insist they'll know beyond a shadow of a doubt that what happened to pregnant Christina was an accident. Although it resulted in the tragic loss of the baby Christina was carrying, Rick will defend Ava as an innocent party and make it clear that she's not responsible for what went down. Once Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, gets on the stand, she'll hesitate at one point during her testimony. Trina may be asked a tricky question that causes her to choose her words carefully regarding Ava's actions. The prosecutor will ask if there's a problem, but Trina will collect her thoughts and no doubt do her best to be fair to Ava as a witness. Even if Trina gets tripped up, Ava will know her heart's in the right place and surely won't hold whatever she says against her. At Turning Woods, Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, will stroke Lulu Spencer's, Alexa Havens, hair and urge her not to worry since he's taken care of everything. It looks like Lulu will once again pretend she's still in a coma, but she may fear she'll face a grim fate if she sticks around much longer. Lulu knows Cyrus is a menacing character who's capable of rotten things, so it seems she'll make another escape attempt and actually succeed this time. Although Lulu is in a hospital gown at the moment, she'll eventually don some scrubs and a hoodie. Lulu might steal what she needs from a supply closet and sneak out when Cyrus isn't paying attention. Regardless, General Hospital spoilers say Lulu will work to outsmart Cyrus and keep the upper hand. Jason and Dante come to a decision about their kids, and Michael has a warning for Curtis. Today on General Hospital, Sasha gets to know Mac and Felicia, Gio offers Trina some advice, and Rick tries to reassure Ava as they head to trial. At Bobby's, Sasha thanks Mac and Felicia for the invitation to breakfast. Mac wanted to check in with her and how she's dealing with Cody, Robert, and things in general. He also gives her a letter from her dad. They explain Robert went with Holly to help her. Sasha says her mother needs all the help she can get, and this gives her time to process everything. Sasha opens the letter and reads it out loud. Robert explains he's gone with her mother to settle her recent troubles. He'll return as soon as possible to get to know her as his daughter. He hopes she'll forgive him and learn to forgive her mother. However imperfect they are her family. He signs it, your father, Robert. Max says if Robert says he's coming back then he means it. Felicia tells Sasha they'd like to get to know her better as their niece. Sasha explains she grew up with her grandmother, with the occasional visit from her mother. As she grew older, she realized she wanted more from her mom, that she wanted a family. Mac says now she has one, and they have an open-door policy, especially during the holidays. Sasha feels with what's going on with Cody that it might be better if she keeps his distance. Felicia knows how complicated it is, but with time, they'll come to accept the new normal. Sasha says she told Cody the same thing. Felicia says they'll get there, and she and Mac will never ask her to do anything she isn't comfortable with. She says that she has an aunt and uncle who are always here for her. They tell her to take all the time she needs to process everything. Sasha thanks them, but worries she won't be the niece they expect. Felicia says they consider Holly family, so they can roll with the surprises. Sasha's never had a family like this before. Felicia says she does now, and they aren't going anywhere. Sasha heads out after breakfast, and takes a pregnancy test kit out of her purse. Outside of Bobby's, Ava meets with Rick. Rick assures her that she will win today, but Ava isn't as confident as him. She says dead babies and grieving mothers play better on the stand than the town pariah. Rick states he will win this for Molly and can't let her down. He believes Molly will see this was a tragic accident and no one was at fault. This way, she won't let the pain and anger eat at her for life. Ava asks if Molly will understand why he defended her. He says she may not, but making sure Ava goes free will give Molly her life back. In the Courtroom kitchen, Dante makes Rocco, Danny, and Scout breakfast given Sasha has the day off. They tell him he did great and even cut the toast into triangles like Mom did. Jason arrives and sees them together. Dante suggests they give Danny and Jason time alone, but Scout says Danny was going to teach her to play Stratego. Jason suggests they go play and he'll get coffee. Alone, Jason tells Dante he wants to talk about Danny. Jason relays that Sam left custody of Danny and Scout to Drew in her will, and this was written when Sam thought he was dead. He says he could fight for custody but doesn't want to take Danny away from Rocco and Scout. However, he won't hand him over to Drew. Jason feels the right thing is to let Danny choose what he wants. Dante says Danny has the best of Sam in him, and his heart is always in the right place. Jason hopes his son will be honest with him and not say what he thinks he wants to hear. Dante thinks he's doing the right thing, and Danny respects him too much to lie to him. Dante gets how hard this is, as he has to figure out where he and Rocco will live. They suddenly hear a loud crash. In the foyer, Scout tried to carry a box of crafting supplies down the steps to make Thanksgiving decorations while the boys set up the game, but dropped it. She spilled paint all over the floor, and the boys came to her aid. Scout thinks Tracy is going to kill her. Danny suggests they treat it like a game of Stratego and all work together to clean it up as Dante and Jason spy on them from the living room. Dante and Jason go back to the living room, and Jason realizes Sam was right. Those kids need one another and need to stay together. Dante asks if that means he's giving Drew custody. Dante and Jason go to talk to the kids, and they have decided that they want to make sure they all stay in one another's lives. Danny asks how that will work with Drew and Scout moving to Washington. Scout explains she doesn't want to move there, she told her dad, and he said she could stay here and he'd commute to see her. Dante says he'll talk to Monica about him and Rocco staying on here. Danny asks what about his dad. Jason says he'll be moving in so he can live with him. Danny hugs his father. At Joss and Trina's, Gio knocks on the door, but Trina doesn't hear as she has headphones on and is dancing. He opens it and startles her, and they get a laugh out of it. She asks why he stopped by. He hasn't seen her for a while and wanted to check in to see if she's doing okay. She tells him yes and no. Trina says she enjoys her classes, and they are going well. He likes her optimism. She says she had to take time off after Spencer's death to get to this point, which Gio understands. He asks what the not-so-good part is. She says it's Ava's trial today, and she has to testify. Gio says he does too. They discuss the trial, and Trina worries she'll make Ava look guilty. Gio says he knows Ava is her friend, and it will be good for the jury to see her stand by her friend, even if it isn't the popular thing to do from the public's point of view. She says he sounds like her dad now, but he thinks this is advice she'd give to him. At Sunny's gym, Michael meets with Curtis. Michael explains that he didn't want to talk about this at the office, and whatever Drew told him, he won't be CEO of Aurora for much longer. Curtis insists Drew is impressed by his work. Michael says he needs to know who Drew really is. Michael says Drew is trying to steal his wife, and tried to buy his silence by offering him the CEO position. Curtis asks why he's telling him all of this. Michael says if they work together, they can push Drew out of Aurora for good. Curtis gets this is about revenge for him, but what's in it for him? Michael says he'll get the title of CEO. Michael says Drew would never fire Curtis because he made the wellness division a success, but he'll never make him the CEO, even if Michael turns Drew's offer down. He feels they are in a similar situation, and they can't let Drew get away with this. Curtis says he won't turn on his friend based on Michael's hunch, but if Drew gives the CEO position to someone else, then they'll talk. However, he warns Michael that operating out of revenge is dangerous. Michael will expect his call and hopes it's not too late when Curtis finally sees Drew for who he is. Curtis assures him that he has his eyes open. At the hospital, Stella is surprised to see TJ at work and not at the trial. He is still grieving, and the trial is not where he needs to be. When Stella learns Molly is there alone, she is shocked. TJ explains she needs to see justice done to grieve, and she turned him down when he offered to go with her. That concerns Stella, and she knows it will be painful for him, but Molly will need him there today. Christina and Molly meet at the courthouse. Molly finds Christina calm and collected. Christina is determined to get justice for their daughter by putting Ava away for good. Molly says it might not be that easy, but Christina is prepared and has practiced. She also knows all her dad's tricks thanks to their mom. Molly says not all of them, and reveals her father has called her to testify for Ava. Christina says she wasn't there, so why is Rick calling her? Molly says her dad is going to likely ask her about her sister, her past, and her sometimes erratic behavior. Christina tells her that she has to do whatever it takes on the stand to get Ava convicted. Molly won't lie, but Christina says she can finesse the truth, be subtle. Molly fears her dad will get her to say what he wants her to. Christina believes in her as they are the last of the Davis women, and they have to win for their baby girl. Molly says her sister is right, and she'll give as good as her father does. Christina and Molly are on board with getting justice for their daughter. Christina says mom will be here soon and asks when TJ will arrive. Molly explains she told him he doesn't have to be here to relive their baby's death. Suddenly, TJ arrives, and Molly smiles at him. She asks if he really wants to be here. He says whatever happens, they are facing this together. Suddenly, Rick and Ava enter, and everyone stares at one another. Rick pulls Molly out of the courtroom to explain why he called her as a witness. TJ overhears them and is upset that Rick called Molly to testify for Ava's side. Molly tells her dad he didn't have to do it this way, and she shouldn't have found out from a court subpoena. She and TJ walk back into court, where Christina is giving Ava the eye. General Hospital, Sasha's baby drama, Jason and Dante's custody solution, Michael's revenge. General Hospital spoilers recap for Friday, November 22nd, reveals that Sasha Gilmore Corbin, Sophia Matson, accepted Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, and Mac Scorpio's, John J. York, breakfast invitation, so they all shared a table at Bobby's. Mac also handed over a letter from Robert Scorpio, Tristan Rogers, which promised he'd be back to get to know Sasha once he helped Holly Sutton, Emma Sams, deal with her problems. In the meantime, Mac and Felicia wanted Sasha to know their door was always open, though they understood things were complicated with Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, and didn't want to pressure Sasha into anything before she was ready. Sasha seemed grateful for everything and ended the breakfast on a positive note. However, Sasha's expression turned uneasy once she stepped outside and pulled a pregnancy test out of her bag. Over with Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, he guaranteed Ava Jerome, Maura West, that he'd win her case. Rick felt that Ava's freedom would help Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, accept the tragic accident, which would allow her to move on with her life. At home, Trina Robinson and Tabiana Ali was dancing around with headphones on, so Giovanni Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, caught her off guard when he entered. Gio wanted updates on how Trina was doing since they hadn't seen each other lately. Trina filled Gio in on her classes before talk turned to Ava's trial, which they both had to testify at. Although Trina seemed nervous about it, Gio understood that Trina was Ava's friend and thought the jury should see that support. At the Courtroom mansion, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, served up the French toast he'd made for Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr, Danny Morgan, Asher Antonazin, and Scout Courtroom, Cosette Abinante. Once Jason Morgan, Steve Burton arrived, the kids went to play a game while Jason spoke to Dante about the legal guardian situation. Although Jason couldn't just hand Danny over to Drew Courtroom, Cameron Matheson, he wanted Danny to decide for himself what he wanted. Meanwhile, Scout tried to carry too much at once, so she dropped game pieces, paint and Thanksgiving craft supplies all over the foyer. Danny and Rocco reassured Scout before they all put in a team effort to clean up the mess. Jason and Dante spied the sweet moment, which helped them see how important it was to keep the family the kids had formed intact. Since Drew would be commuting when he went to work in Washington, Scout was going to stay at the Courtroom mansion. It was decided that Dante would stay there with Rocco and Jason would move back in so that he could live with Danny, so all the kids were thrilled. At the boxing gym, Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, trashed Drew to Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, since he was pursuing Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, and trying to bribe Michael for his silence. Michael insisted that Drew was double-crossing Curtis and wouldn't be giving him the Aurora CEO spot, but Curtis was skeptical. Even if Michael didn't take the CEO job, he made a prediction that Drew would put someone with more C-suite experience in Curtis' place. That's why Michael wanted Curtis to team up with him to push Drew out of Aurora for good. Curtis wouldn't be CEO otherwise according to Michael, but Curtis didn't want to get tangled up in his revenge plot. Michael acted like Curtis would come around eventually and just hoped it wouldn't be too late. At General Hospital, Stella Henry, Vernee Watson, gave TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, a nudge to go be with Molly at Ava's trial. Although Molly told TJ that he didn't have to come, Stella thought Molly really needed him. At the courthouse, Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, felt confident that she could handle Rick due to all her preparation. Molly remained concerned about Rick's tricks and admitted he'd called her as a witness. Since Rick would likely question Molly about Christina's history of erratic behavior, Christina pushed her to finesse the truth and ensure justice for their baby girl. Molly eventually determined that she had to hold her own against Rick on the stand. After TJ surprised Molly by showing up to support her, Rick arrived with Ava. Once TJ found out about Molly being subpoenaed, he lashed out at Rick over the news. Back with Christina, she gave Ava a dirty look as they waited for the trial to begin. General Hospital spoilers say Ava's trial will come with some stunning moments. General Hospital spoilers: Nina's revenge on Drew helps Jason build case for custody battle. General Hospital spoilers indicate fans were shocked during the Wednesday, November 19th episode when it was revealed that Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, listed Drew Courtroom, Cameron Matheson, as the sole caretaker of both Scout Courtroom, Cosette Abinante, and Danny Morgan, Asher Antonazin, in her will. It's not surprising that she wanted both kids to remain together and under the same roof in her absence. However, considering Drew's recent actions, it was a bombshell. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, likely won't idly stand by and allow another man to raise his son, so what happens next? General Hospital spoilers: the custody battle for the kids begins. General Hospital spoilers imply that Sam likely drew up that will years ago, when Jason was presumed dead. However, as she and Jason didn't have the best co-parenting relationship when he returned, she may have decided to let sleeping dogs lie. Still, many fans note that Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and Rocco Falconeri, Francis Carr, had become a blended family with Sam and her kids. Having said that, leading up to her operation, they weren't married or even engaged at that point, so Sam may have realized a long time ago that listing Dante as her children's caretaker was futile. Alexis Davis, Nancy Legron, may have been an option, but Sam may have also known that Drew wouldn't have allowed that to happen either. He is Danny's uncle, so Sam's logic, if she drafted her will while she thought Jason had passed, makes sense. This could have been before his prison stint, before he became a changed man. A custody battle is looming on the horizon, but how ugly will it get? General Hospital spoilers: the Nina Reeves factor. The truth about Drew's affairs with both Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watt-Rose, and Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, are about to come out. When Nina finds out how Drew shattered her daughter's marriage, she'll be out for revenge. Nina seemed very eager to charge Jason with assault after he beat up Drew. However, when she finds out the reason why this may prompt her to align with Jason to help secure custody of both Scout and Danny. Nina has connections in the media, and she may also get a hold of that video Michael has of Drew and Willow in the Courtroom nursery. Whether she officially aligns with Jason or just does so in her own mind, she could end up releasing the video online in an effort to concoct a scandal big enough to make Drew look bad in the eyes of the public and a judge. While Jason's career choice isn't the best, this is the land of soaps, and as he hasn't landed in jail recently for his mob duties, this could mean any speculation regarding his illegal activities would be thrown out of court. Could Nina's revenge stunt help turn him into a single dad for both Scout and Danny? Will Nina help Jason in a custody battle? Join the conversation below. General Hospital spoilers: Jason and Drew's courtroom battle to be Danny's legal guardian, messy secrets leak. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Drew Courtroom, Cameron Matheson, could be gearing up for a courtroom battle if their feud over Danny Morgan, Asher and Tonneson gets that far. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is determined to honor Sam McCall's, Kelly Monaco, wishes and keep her kids together, but that means going along with Sam's desire to have Drew raise both Danny and Scout Courtroom, Cosette Abinante. Sam made that will before she knew Jason was still alive, so it's possible she would have chosen differently if she'd made some more recent updates. It's also possible that Alexis doesn't have the right copy and that Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, will clear this up with a newer one. However, the show could certainly milk some major drama out of all this if they pursue a legal battle between the brothers. If Alexis convinces Drew to dig his heels in on this, Jason may have to take his brother to court. That could lead to some messy secrets getting exposed as the conflict escalates on both sides. General Hospital fans will recall that Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, took pics of the damage Jason did to Drew's face after he beat him up in the Courtroom foyer. That situation could be used to argue that Jason is out of control and won't be a good influence on Danny. However, that could also lead to the truth about why Jason attacked Drew coming out in court. Michael Corinthos as Chad Duell himself might testify that Jason was angry over homewrecker Drew, who slept with his own nephew's wife the night Sam died. Poor Scout woke up scared and frantically searched for her daddy, but Drew was too busy hooking up with Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, in the Courtroom playroom to be there for his little girl. If Drew doesn't even make Scout a priority, why should he be trusted to take care of Danny? When was the last time anyone saw Drew and Danny have a real bond anyway? Of course, both Jason and Drew chose Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, over their kids, so it's kind of a level playing field there. Jason was presumed deceased because of that FBI mission and his desire to keep Carly out of the slammer, but Drew also went to prison for Carly after the sex snag. That said, Drew has suddenly become a respected congressman, so that career path would look better than Jason's in court. Jason's connection to Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, could hurt him once he goes before the judge. Nevertheless, Jason has rights as Danny's father, not to mention Danny is honestly old enough to get a say in all this. Danny is a teenager and not a toddler, so his own wishes could certainly be a factor in what's to come. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason and Drew have more hostility coming up no matter what, so stick with us for more custody news and any further courtroom predictions. General Hospital spoilers: Rick's pursuit of winning Ava's case makes Anna look like a corrupted police commissioner? General Hospital spoilers tease Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, is bent on making sure he wins not just one but both of his cases in representing Ava Jerome, Maura West. Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, still wants Avery Corinthos, Grace Scarola, away from her mother, and that's a custody battle that Rick believes he can win over if he can prove that Sonny is the unfit parent and not Ava. At the same time, her criminal case involving Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, going through a third-story window which led to the death of the baby she was carrying is much more severe. The outcome of it could impact the way the custody case falls as well. But Rick may be onto something by latching onto the low-hanging fruit with Anna Devane, Finola Hughes. Is this police commissioner as corrupt as Rick thinks she is? And if so, could that help him with both of Ava's cases? General Hospital spoilers about those photos. It didn't take Rick long poking around at Anna and gauging her response for him to figure out that it was Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, who provided Anna with the photos of Christina in Ava's hotel room. A mob enforcer in Sonny's employ surely should make for some good fodder in the courtroom. Anna knows that, and it's why she clammed up when Rick put two and two together and realized the tools in her arsenal to build this case, and potentially others, aren't exactly above board in the eyes of the law. General Hospital spoilers suggest Sonny Corinthos won't get out of this clean. Rick hasn't forgotten about the role Christina will play in the civil case between Sonny and Ava either. Just a few months ago, Christina had a front row seat to Sonny giving Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, the ultimate beatdown at Harrison Chase's, Josh Swickard, and Brooklyn Quartermain's Amanda Seton wedding. While he was off his meds at the time and now knows that, it could still paint a rather gruesome picture of Sonny in the eyes of the judge. He may not walk away from this with custody of his daughter. General Hospital spoilers, Ava Jerome's word against Christina's. Ultimately, the criminal case could end up looking rather grim for everyone involved. It may smear their reputations while providing for little resolution in the end. No one can prove that Ava actually pushed Christina out that window, even with pictures of her hands on her. Likewise, Christina did look angry in those photos and could have been the party who provoked things first. Photo evidence from a private investigation being paid by Christina's father isn't exactly unbiased. While Ava may get off on these charges, Rick could end up tarnishing Anna's reputation as a moral authority in the law and unbiased member of the PCPD in the process. What might that mean for the future of her career? General Hospital spoilers, Lulu wakes up to a nightmare. General Hospital spoilers indicate that before Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, was injured in an explosion at the Floating Rib, she made it her business to investigate drug kingpin Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober. And although she wasn't the intended target of the bomb, it was Cyrus who ordered Julian Jerome, William DeVries, to plant the bomb that ended up leaving her comatose for 4 long years. Cyrus did eventually go to prison for a while, but that was long after Lulu was comatose. General Hospital spoilers, Lulu Spencer has no idea she's related to Cyrus Renault. This week, Lulu finally woke up alone as a patient at Turning Woods. She has no idea she's been out for the last 4 years. She discovered she recently had some sort of surgery but had no idea she had to have a liver transplant. All she knows is she has a fairly new incision from the surgery. She also discovered that her leg muscles have atrophied from not being used in so long. But none of that is as terrifying as her discovery regarding Cyrus. General Hospital spoilers, Cyrus Renault is a volunteer at Turning Woods. The first voice Lulu heard when she woke up was Cyrus talking to one of her doctors. He indicated that he was Lulu's uncle, which of course came as a shock to Lulu, who had no idea that after her injury, Cyrus revealed he was Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis' half-brother. All Lulu knows is that the dangerous man she vowed to take down seems to be intimately involved in her care. Not wanting Cyrus to know she was awake, Lulu pretended she was still comatose. General Hospital spoilers, will Cyrus Renault confess to murder? As long as Cyrus doesn't know Lulu is awake, she has the upper hand. Even though she's basically trapped in her hospital bed, perhaps she can figure out exactly what's going on. She may even hear Cyrus confessing to the murder of Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco. It was recently discovered that Sam died after the transplant surgery from an overdose of digitalis, which wasn't even prescribed to her. Currently, General Hospital is investigating the matter, assuming that Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, made some sort of error with Sam's medication. Perhaps it will be Lulu who discovers the truth and finally get her wish to take down Cyrus once and for all. What do you think? Will Lulu continue to fake her coma? What will she learn from Cyrus before she reveals herself? Would Cyrus really try to harm Lulu? General Hospital, Cyrus' sinister plan, Drew's twisted web, Trina squirms, Christina vs. Ava. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 25th, 2024, are here. In the next episode, fans can expect Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, to take a risk. Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, makes a creepy move. Ava Jerome's, Maura West, trial begins. Coming up on General Hospital. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, makes a move against Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson. Ava Jerome's trial begins. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 25th reveal that Ava's trial will begin. Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, has promised that Ava will win. In fact, Rick told Ava that he can guarantee it. Meanwhile, Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, takes the witness stand. Then, off the stand, Christina tells Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, that it's the only way to make sure Ava gets convicted. Also, Rick makes his opening statement to the jury. General Hospital spoilers, Trina Robinson freezes. Speaking of Ava's court trial, Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, goes on the stand. As an unidentified lawyer questions Trina, the witness freezes. The lawyer asks Trina if there is a problem. Trina seems to have been asked a question, but she's not sure how to respond. Trina is loyal to Ava, but she also knows about the art gallery's controversial past. Lulu Spencer's risk. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 25th reveal that Lulu will take a risk. It's been 4 years since Lulu has been awake. However, Lulu doesn't realize that. Lulu remembers Cyrus threatening her, and now she wakes up with him by her hospital bed. It would freak anyone out. Lulu might think she's still in danger and try to escape the hospital. General Hospital spoilers, Monday, November 25th, 2024. On Monday, November 25th, Cyrus will seem especially creepy as he gets way too close to Lulu. As Lulu pretends to be still, Cyrus promises he will take care of her while rubbing her forehead. It actually wouldn't surprise me if Lulu suddenly headbunked Cyrus and made a move to get away. Also, it is stated that Michael will make a move against Drew. Meanwhile, Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, asks Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, to keep a secret. Meanwhile, Drew makes a move against Curtis. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, November 25th, 2024? What are your predictions for Lulu, Cyrus, Michael, Drew, Curtis, and Jordan? Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.